Do we still do the theme song?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that where it comes in then?
There's a sting that comes in there. Depends, because what we normally have is a cold open.
Yeah, we didn't do the cold open this week.
So then, the cold open usually comes.
We were doing a cold open, but we weren't recording. We were talking about Bond again.
But I might just chuck this in as the cold open.
Sure.
And just reverse it around.
All right.
So
and leave that in as well.
And here's the jingle.
Yeah. Joe and James, fact up.
Hey, Joe.
Hiya.
It's me and you.
It's me and you. Here we are.
Doing a podcast.
What's
this podcast called? Well, it's called Joe and James Fact Up, where each week we'll be bringing one another a fact that we deem interesting. And our policy is the more interesting, the more true it is. We'll also dig into the weird things that you'd like to think are true, but don't want to research. Can't be asked. In a segment, I mean, we can't be asked to research either.
No, it's a real alliance of people who can't be bothered to do anything.
When we say we research things, we look in our brains to sort of come up with something that we think might sound true. But that's a segment that we're calling Fact Check. I believe it was Holly last week with a great question.
Absolutely good question.
It was break a leg. Did the saying "break a leg" come from a bloke?
It was a lucky guy,
a lucky bloke that
known
broke
to be
his
Luck.
leg.
Lawrence Luck.
Lawrence Luck. Well, that's what brings us on to this episode.
Yes, and that's we're going to be.
Lawrence Luck, funny name.
Funny name.
So we thought we'd do facts about names this week.
We're going to do some other funny names.
So if you want to send in your facts for us and help us with next episode's theme, our email is hello@joeandjamespod.com. I need an counter. That's a good little drinking game. The amount of times I say because I'm an idiot. I think that's is that not like a signal of stupidity? If you say
well, I say it all the fucking time.
It's thinking.
Well, yeah. So yes. So to reassure you, well, how could it be? Because I say it all the time. So.
Say it again. Our email is hello@joeandjamespod.com.
It's the blind leading the blind, isn't it? Really. Let's be clear. Stick with me.
Our WhatsApp.
Stick with me.
Our WhatsApp is 07822034330, and you can follow on our socials and message us on our socials @JoeandJamesPod. You can also watch our full episodes on YouTube. Just search Joe and James Fact Up. You'll find it. They come out the very same day that they come out on Spotify or whatever. You can also head to the podcast description if you've already forgotten those details. Now, let's get fact up. We've got some housekeeping.
Great.
You guys have been using our email and our socials and whatnot to message us. I've got a message here from someone called Brad. Oh, Giles Corey. Yes,
this is great.
I saw the comments about this as well.
Yeah.
So Brad says, just listen to the new episode and you can imagine my surprise when you mentioned someone I know is from my family tree.
Unbelievable.
Whoa. This has gotten even more exciting than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. We've stumbled upon something completely by accident.
Yeah.
Something genuinely interesting.
Do you want to just give context to the Giles Corey story just in case anyone's forgotten?
Now, I can't remember the Giles Corey story, but was he crushed by a rock?
Well, so...
Absolutely not.
No. Oh, okay.
No. It's a totally different story.
Oh, is it?
Is it?
Was he crushed by a rock?
Well, so you told a ghost story for our Halloween episode.
Yes, he was
about Giles Corey.
And this was the thing, right?
His wife was accused of witchcraft.
Yeah, but there was also a few men that were accused of witchcraft. Right. But the men got accused of witchcraft if they stood up for their wives, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were like, well, you're a witch too.
Classic.
Yeah.
So you could never win. You could never ever win.
Yeah.
But I think I was looking at the comments and a lot of people were like, oh, by the way, Charles, you missed out the best part of the Giles Corey story, which is that he was crushed by a rock.
Oh, right. See, this is embarrassing because I should have read the comments and then I would know that he was crushed by a rock.
I don't want you reading the comments.
I don't know whether you know this about me, but things can get in my head.
I do know that about you.
Okay.
And the comments are the last thing you should be reading.
Yeah,
I've got my eye on the comments, don't you? And to be fair, they're all anything that criticises us are all true.
No, I know. Honestly, I've been pointed in the direction of some of the comments, and they're all fair.
Like they're not like mental.
Yeah,
they're
and
all,
actually
they're all super reasonable.
And they're tweaks. I feel like I was saying too much. I've tried to cut down.
There we go.
But we need shoes are new.
we need to get back to Giles Corey.
Yes, we do.
Just listen to the new episode. This is from Brad. And you can imagine my surprise when you mentioned someone I know is from my family tree. My granddad's sister looked into our family tree a couple of years ago, and this is when we all first heard of Giles Corey. After he didn't enter a plea, he was killed by the courts. His chosen form of punishment was to be crushed to death. There's a specific name for this method, which I'm not too sure of, but basically you are placed on the ground, a wooden board is put on top of you, and then rocks are added on top until you eventually die.
When they say his chosen, they must mean it was chosen for him.
No. You were allowed to choose. I think you're still allowed to choose. I think in America and stuff like that.
Would you choose that?
I think in America, you're in maybe certain states or something, whether they allow it or not. You know, because some states are like, we only do lethal injection or whatever. Whether if you're in a state where it's like, well, we do this, or this.
Yeah,
I think the person is allowed to go. I'll take shooting by firing squad.
Yeah.
I think there is like a couple of states in America.
No, I mean I don't doubt that you're perhaps allowed to choose. It's just, I mean, without being crass, what were the other fucking options if he's choosing this? This sounds like a horrible way to be killed.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's. I mean, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't think we should be executing people anyway, frankly. But I think it's a fucking barbaric thing to do. But on you go, America. Well done.
I don't know. If someone's a
if they're really horrible though, yeah. If they're really horrible, yeah. No, good point.
If they're a real wrong and Joe, and there's 100%.
Yeah, no. If they're really nasty, then
100%. Proof.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's the thing about principles. You know something's a principle when it breaks down in extreme examples. That's how you know you've got a principle.
There is a really...
Well, you really want to do it, though. Oh, yeah, no, not then.
There is a really funny thing in Brass Eye.
Yeah.
Where, do you know Brass Eye?
I've seen Brass Eye, yeah.
And it's a Roman reporter. It's a woman reporting on, like, just, like, dickhead young men.
I remember that.
They go to Borstal.
And she goes into a prison. Yeah. And then she's talking to him. She's going, so do you feel better? What was he saying? Where have you been? Oh, God, you do it.
Yeah. But there is a little bit of, I can't remember what it is exactly, but there is a bit like, I'd like to escape up her hole. Get out. There's a bit of that.
Oh, yeah. And then she's asking questions and she's saying, where do you think the motivation came for you to commit your crimes? And then he goes, Up your ass.
Yeah, right. And then at the end of her report, she goes, at the end of the day, would anyone care if these guys are dead?
It's that, isn't it? It's like, I watched quite a lot of like true crime documentaries, and quite often the prosecution in court cases is like, this person used to be alive and now look dead. Yeah. And you're like, no, the defense aren't arguing that it's good that they're dead.
Yeah.
They're arguing that person didn't do it. They're not saying, oh, they deserve, like, but they always start with like, look here,
it's very,
a living person,
it's very
and now look.
Isn't it? It's always very evocative.
Yeah.
You've got to sway the jury.
It's always like, the defense would have you believe that it's good this person was murdered. No, that's not the defense. No, that's not the defense, is that this person didn't do it.
I tell you what, right, if I get arrested for something and the jury is 12 men between the ages of 13 and and 21, I think I'd get away with it.
You'll be fine. You can just be like,
it's only Jay.
Come on, guys, don't be jury wankers. They'll be like, oh,
cheeky Jay.
I know.
They'll be like, but didn't you? We found you stood over the body, saying, "Oh God, I've killed her." Oh no, I don't know why it's her.
Statistically,
in this case, it happens to be a woman, but
or him.
Could be a man.
But I think if it was a jury of 13-year-old boys, I think I'd get away with it.
Yeah, you'd be all right.
I think they'd go, let him off. He's a laugh, isn't he? He's a legend.
Yeah,
he's a fucking legend, that Jay.
Yeah. No, it's...
Anyway, what's Brad saying here? His chosen form of punishment was to be crushed to death, where you have, I thought it was just a great big rock, like a sort of Stonehenge type rock that you just drop on someone. But apparently it's a wooden board and then you add rocks.
Yeah, I mean,
until you're slowly crushed to death. He says here, our family name also changed at some point from Corey with an E to Corey with a Y. That doesn't make it better, Brad. Unfortunately for you, Corey is still slang for cock.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah. It
Well,
is.
also, I'm playing with fire. John Thomas.
Absolutely. Do
Do you know what I mean?
Wait for that.
Right.
Wait for my facts, Joe. It's pronounced the same, just without the E, and I wonder if it's because of this. Oh, right, because of the shame. Because of the
wow.
shame. They changed their name from Corey to Corey. And then Brad says, big fan of the podcast.
They're mildly embarrassed.
Yeah.
Like that.
Big fan of the podcast. Thought you might be interested in hearing this. Yeah, no, Brad, I was. You were one of the many people. I mean, I don't think anyone else was related to the person, but you were one of the many people that did mention that somehow I'd managed to. It didn't tell me that when I was looking this stuff up. I wanted to find a true Halloween story. I didn't want it to be like, and then the ghost disappeared, like sort of like, oh, they were driving down the street, but they picked up a hitchhiker, but there was actually a ghost.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be like a true Halloween story.
Yeah.
Well,
this is. I mean, look, we've got to the. It's fine. I don't listen. It's not the criticism come from me.
I just know if I was listening to this, I'd be like, stop. Like, I am trying to enjoy this. Every now and again, Joe and James does say something slightly funny, and I'd like to listen to it, but it's been spoilt with all of James's mumbling and erms.
I'm really concentrating now to not say yeah as much and to not interrupt. And I have to admit, that last interruption I did with the brass, I think, that was a terrible interruption. And that did, because I hadn't got it ready.
No.
And I think that's undone all the good work I've done up till this point. So I'm like a kid where like, you've been doing so well. You've been doing so well. You've been on time.
It's George Costanza.
Yeah.
There's an episode where George Costanza, he's in a meeting at work. He says something really funny, and they're all going, oh, that's brilliant, George. And then he says something else, and they're like, oh, can we get on with work now? And so he decides to start living his life where every time he says something funny, he just walks out the room.
That's
he goes,
great.
thank you, I'm off. Thank you very much. Then what it ends up happening is his boss gets rid of everyone else and just has George for these meetings, and he's just like, I don't know what it is about you, George, but you've just been so on lately. you just left me wanting more.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, that's it. You gotta get out while you're on top.
Leave people wanting more, and that's not what you're going to get with Joe and James.
We're the opposite of that.
Joe, thank you very much for that, Brad.
That's brilliant, Brad. I mean, it's all horrifying as well. I mean, that sounds like a terrible punishment. This Giles Corey sounds like a very brave man. He sounds like he was standing up for his wife, got horribly killed.
He literally did the opposite of bros before hoes.
Yeah.
He went hoes before bros.
Yeah. And look
and
what
I think
happened.
that's amicable.
Yeah,
we should
absolutely.
all be more like that.
Yeah.
Is that a t-shirt? Hoes before bros? Lily Mae?
Yeah.
I love the Corey story or something like that. I don't know.
I love the Corey story. That's good as well. Well, brilliant. Absolutely love that.
Thanks, Joe.
Love it.
Hey, listen, Joe.
You're welcome.
Joe, to rescue this podcast, I believe you've got a fact for us.
Yes.
Now, we did, just after the podcast that we did last, I mean, let's not fuck around. It was just minutes ago for us.
Yeah.
Because we've recorded a couple in the same day. That's fine, isn't it? We're allowed to say that,
aren't we?
But Joe, we were talking about the name
Lawrence Luck.
Lawrence Luck. And you were saying, can we do a thing about names this week?
Well, yeah, because I think like funny names are something that bring a lot of pleasure to me and my brothers. We love to put funny names back and forth. This isn't the fact, but a good one. 19th century bloke in America. Mm-hmm. What was his name? Preserved Fish. That was his name. And that is, I think, preserved comes from, I imagine it's an evangelical name, as in like, it's like being called like saved or something. It's to do with God.
Yeah.
But if your surname's Fish, no adjectives.
Yeah.
I think has to be the rule. You can't put something in front of fish.
No.
You gotta be careful with fish.
Yeah, you gotta
fish is gonna get you in trouble. Like anything with fish, you need to keep a really straight bat, I think, in the first time around.
There's two people in history, I think it's British history. Now I don't know what part, I think it might have something to do with the South Sea bubble or something like that. Or it might be something else. But in British history, there was a father and a son where their names were absolutely insane, where it was sort of like Bartholomew, if the Lord loves me, or if I then strike me down now, Johnson. Like there's they like nowadays where it's like if one of your mates or something has a baby and it's a sort of obscure name and it's like, oh, they're just trying to be trendy, and
they didn't give a fuck back in the day.
They did not. I mean, late 19th fish,
late 19th century as well, are absolute like bananas, like all sorts of stuff coming in.
Yeah,
stuff that's just like.
I think I've taken over the thing. I think it's contagious.
Anyway,
I think I've caught it.
So preserved fish, but then this is a fact I've got for you. In Peru, there's quite a lot of people with the name Made in User. It's a condensing of Made in USA.
Yeah.
Because stuff would arrive and it would say Made in USA.
Right.
And they'd be like, well, that's a good name. And so quite a lot of people called Made in USA, Madan User.
Made in USA.
Yeah. Also from Latin America, including Peru, USA Navy from US Navy. So USA Navy, I guess.
Yeah.
John F. Kennedy. And all one word, Marlon Brando.
Marlon
Brando. So, yeah, that's...
I tell you what, man.
Michael Jackson as
Michael
well.
Jackson. Oh, they're all... Okay. Yeah.
As a whole name.
Yeah.
America.
So it's any kind of symbol of America.
I need to get in touch with whoever America's PR is. Because they are so great at marketing, aren't they?
They're unbelievable.
They are so great at marketing.
You see,
it reminds me of when I think it's The Godfather. I think it's the first Godfather, where Michael ends up going to Italy for a bit because he just shot that police officer, that police captain, right?
Yeah.
And there's American soldiers still in Italy at this point, and Michael's with two sort of Italian minders.
Yeah.
And the Italian bike's going, American GI, American GI,
right,
take me to America, Clark Gable.
Clark Gable, yeah, that's right. Yeah,
stuff like that.
It's no, they've got incredible PR.
They've got like a stop sign.
Yeah,
like a stop sign is like a brand almost. They're so good at
Why is anyone wandering around another country wearing a United States flag on their clothing? You want to be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
It's genuinely what you're doing.
Yeah.
Something I would think would be a good question for you to ask one another is, what sort of US celebrity or symbol would you like as your surname? I think that could be quite fun to chat about.
Okay.
What would my US...
Well, yeah, so here's a question for you. What celebrity?
No, you ask.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know whether I wasn't trying to...
No, but people like you involved. And this is great stuff.
And then they'll be like, oh, look at that.
Right,
the edit. What the man did.
For the edit,
She said that.
Lily Mae's doing an incredible job as a producer.
I genuinely thought you meant you were feeding me a line.
That is what
Lily Mae was doing.
Yeah, fine.
But my argument is that she should be included in the podcast.
Well, I agree.
And people like your voice.
I'll be saying that. I'm always saying stuff like that.
God.
I love all that stuff. Can't get me on that.
But what?
I've been saying that for years.
I didn't deliver it.
But also explain it better to me because I'm an idiot.
Fine.
I'm just fucking panicking now. I've hit my mic with my.
It's okay. It's a safe space.
What do you need us to? What would you like us to discuss, Lily Mae?
I thought it would be an interesting question. So, what would you change your surname to if you had to have an American icon or an American symbol as your surname, aka
Liberty,
Made in USA?
Or something.
Liberty?
James Liberty. Liberty. I've spent quite a bit of time
I'd be called Joe Capitol Records Building.
Joe Capitol Records Building. I've spent a bit of time in America. Not obviously a percentage of my life that I've spent in America, maybe 2% or something like that.
Yeah.
But I've been there enough time where I can't like pizza. I like their commercials of just the little Geico lizard and stuff. Like I've got all these references. They're so good at marketing America, honestly. I've not even been in America that long, and I know the who's the woman that does the insurance. She's been doing these insurance adverts for years. And she's like a famous star in America for just being in adverts.
Yeah. I don't know who that is. But I've said yeah, so that's good.
But I've just got all these American adverts in my consciousness all the time that I never see over here. Oh, auto glass repair, auto glass replace,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
right? They do that in America, but their company's called something different. I can't remember what it's called, but I'd see that advert and I'd go, it's auto glass repair. And they'd go, what does repair mean?
Yeah.
And then I'd spit everywhere.
That shows them, right? I bet they.
Again, I've gotten to a point where I don't know what point I'm trying to make.
But it is interesting.
This is your fault, Lily Mae. You should never get involved.
That's why they shouldn't get involved.
Right? You asked a simple question. What would we change our name to? And now we're in this. Situation.
You're right, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Sir James Liberty.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're forgiven.
We can move on to fact check if you want.
I just
Unless you've got more in
went
your
there.
facts.
That's why they
Go
shouldn't
on.
get involved. And that's a quote from The Office, but I don't think anyone's going to know that. So
Everyone
know?
who's listening to this does know.
All right, fine. So I'm just genuinely paranoid now.
No, don't be paranoid.
It's okay.
Well, I haven't eaten anything today. That's the problem. Apart from those 2 minstrels.
Well, depending on how quickly we get through this, we might have time.
Okay, all right, fine. So, all right. So we've done.
We're only on 22 minutes.
Yeah, I know, but we've
No,
still
but we wasted a load of time at the beginning.
We're in the first half.
This is
Still.
the best. This is the best bit. This is the
This
chunk of the
this
bit.
is good stuff. I'm not saying this is bad stuff, so let's crack on with the good stuff.
So yeah, right. We agree that America as an unbelievable PR agency.
Yeah, they're
to the
brilliant.
extent that
Absolutely brilliant.
anything American,
Everything's iconic.
just like the names of places,
Yeah.
the names of roads
Yeah.
become
Main-
literally
main
lyrical, as in
streets.
are like they're
Yeah.
so many American songs. They're like talking about places in America, roads that you're on,
Yeah.
American cars.
Yeah.
You couldn't do any of that in Britain.
No, of course not.
You can be like, I was driving to Luton in a Vauxhall.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't mean anything.
But
Whereas
like-
it
but
doesn't mean anything in America either, but it sounds like it does.
Anyway, Joe,
Yeah, let's go.
Joe, let's move on to fact check. We've got to move on to fact check because this is where it'd be rude not to.
It would be rude
Because-
not to, and it'd also
because
be
we-
a significant
Because I believe we've got
deviation from the format.
exactly. I believe we've got a message from Amy.
Okay.
Listen. By the way, if you didn't know, this is fact check. This is the point in the show where we check a fact that you've sent in. We confirm it or we poo-poo it. We'll be.
I've
reading...
read this already. This is definitely not true.
Oh, hang on, you're spoiling it.
All right,
can't
sorry.
do that.
I don't think it's not. All right,
Where's your
sorry.
showmanship?
What the hell?
I'm definitely the America of this podcast, and you are definitely the Britain,
All right.
where it's just a no nonsense. No, not true. Whereas I want to put a bit of pizzazz on it. You
Come
know,
on.
maybe sex it up a little bit.
All right. On you go.
We'll be reading a fact or a question that you'd like us to get to the bottom to, and if then we'll discuss it during the break, and then we'll come back and let you know how true it feels to us. So before we go to the break, Joe, can you please give us this week's fact check from Amy, right, in Bournemouth?
Okay, so yes, this week's fact check comes from Amy in Bournemouth. She said, "My husband came out with a blinder of a fact. The word fuck originated in medieval times when the king had to authorize couples to be able to do it. And it's an acronym, and it stands for fornication under consent of the king." And Amy says that's lived rent-free in my brain for years, and then signs off.
Hang on, no, I've already got thoughts. Let's go to the break, and we'll jump straight back into this.
Yeah, well...
This episode is sponsored by NordVPN.
So I feel like I now understand this. You use NordVPN to change where a website thinks you are in the world.
Yes, Grandad.
All right.
All right, you want to start watching the American library of Netflix?
Yep.
Switch your VPN on. Bosh, you got a whole load of new stuff to be able to watch.
I mean, that sounds excellent. And apart from helping me feel like I'm some sort of international super spy hiding my location online, NordVPN does a load of other stuff too, right?
You're absolutely correct, Joe. It does. It protects your data while travelling and using public Wi-Fi. It has threat protection features which do protect you from viruses, malicious malware, and phishing sites. And It's the fastest VPN in the world with no buffering or lagging.
Well, I think what we've established here is that I've been doing the internet wrong.
That's not the only thing you've been doing wrong, mate.
I don't know what that means. What do you mean?
Nothing, mate. No, you're fine, honestly. To get the best discount off your NordVPN plan, go to nordvpn.com/factup. Our link will also give you 4 extra months on the 2-year plan. There's no risk with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The link is in the podcast episode description box. Go check it out. Right, Joseph Thomas, as I live and breathe. Amy, was it Amy?
Yeah.
She wanted to know, oh dear, she wanted to know if the word fuck comes from medieval times when the king had to authorise couples to be able to... Right, also, first of all, the king's not turning up.
No, the king had less power than he does now. I mean, the king was just some bloke in London.
Do you know what, man?
He had no means of knowing what was going on, even like a couple of streets over.
When you're in primary school and you learn about like the Tudors, for example, like the Tudors is such a big thing in primary school.
Yeah.
And I'm more interested
Speaking
in
of PR, Henry VIII had fucking good PR, didn't he? Everyone's like, oh, he was a laugh, wasn't he? Oh, well, no, he just kept fucking killing people. I mean, like...
It depends where you are. Like, in his early days, he was like...
Yeah, he was a bit of a laugh, and then
and up for a good time.
Yeah.
But then he got really bitter.
Yeah.
Because I think it was because his heroes... Like he loved like the Battle of Agincourt and stuff like that.
He wanted to
He really wanted to invade France.
He wanted France back, didn't he?
But there was no real reason. And this is my point. Like when you learn about Tudors and kings and queens and stuff in primary school, you just think there were these people that were just like off with their head, like just kill. Yeah. But they were precarious. Like their position were always being contested. Yeah. And if a load of like noblemen were like, nah, he's not doing it for me. Let's get William the Bastard to come over and give Harold a good kicking or whatever. Yeah. Like that was always round the corner.
And a lot of it is about whether you can tell a plausible story and get it to stick.
So back to what Amy said about the about the fuck. The origins of the word fuck. They go back to medieval times when the king had to authorise couples to be able to do it. And it's an acronym of fornication under consent of the king. Now, obviously, the king's not turning up to every...
No.
I do think, and of course, I'm not a historian, Joe. Mm-hmm. Sorry about that. I know you're shocked. So my history references are things like Blackadder, Braveheart, things like that. Now there was a time when noblemen, again... Braveheart is my research here, where noblemen either like got to do the wife first or whatever.
Like the land, seigneur's right to seigneur.
The lord of the manor was like, well, congratulations on getting married, but it's my, what do they call it? Their right, their lord's right, or it was there was a name for it. Lily May, get on that for us. And it was
right to the Lord.
So there was that sort of the Lord would be able to have sex first with the wife. Yeah. I don't know if that was genuinely upheld.
I don't think that's true.
I think sometimes things happen like twice and it's like and then it goes down in history. But that's fair enough for lords, right? Yeah. The king.
Yeah.
The king's got to fucking now go all the way round all of the land before they're allowed to have it off.
I think the thing here is that we imagine that kings, because they claim divine right, and that's a huge claim, that because of that they sort of had this kind of totalitarian power. But the point is, you can't have... What you're talking about here is a kind of a king having an almost totalitarian reach, like being able to see into people's households.
Yeah.
And you can't even begin to think about that until at least the 20th century. Like this is...
Until they got those, the dildo tubes.
That's why they got the dildo tubes.
To get messages around extra quick.
Yeah. That's... that was the beginning of totalitarianism, was the dildo tube. But I think... Although the king might have, many people might never even have seen the king. I mean, it's not like you're going to see him on television. He's some guy who might go around the country occasionally so that people can see him, like on a royal
Yeah.
tour or something. But the real reach of,
You just
I mean,
knew it. You just,
in general, laws are upheld by consent, and the
If-
institutions of the state at this time would have been extremely small. People basically would have done what they wanted
Yeah.
to a large extent, and unless stuff was brought to a court, and then there would have been a precedent set that then would have shifted
That's it.
behaviours again.
I
But like
mean-
the idea that the reach of the state, which is
Yeah,
really
yeah.
what the king
Yeah,
is
it was-
very minimal at this time.
the immediate contact with your everyday person.
Yeah,
Even up until quite recently, like a couple of 100 years, until they started getting really good at portraits and stuff like that.
yeah,
And no one's going to have a portrait of Henry VIII
No.
in their house anyway.
no,
But it used to be like, they'd have their face on a coin,
yeah,
and they looked shit.
yeah.
I could draw something better than that.
Yeah. It's hard to get stuff onto a coin, isn't it? It's like,
Well,
because you're working in metal. Like,
obviously,
yeah, it's hard.
I think like one
If
of
I
the
was going to
oldest.
draw a quick sketch, I wouldn't choose metal as
I
a
think
thing
like I think
to
one-
do my sketch on.
I think it's like Ethelred the Unready or something like that.
Go
like
on,
the only
go
reason. Why you think I'm gonna make a fool of myself?
No, I'm not. I know what I mean is that this is we
Yeah.
like this stuff.
No, but it was. I think the only reference we've got to his image is like a really shit drawing of a coin.
Yeah. And you're like, that just looks like a person and not even very much like a person.
If my kids drew that when they were like a toddler or something, I'd go, "Do you want to give that another go?"
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not going on the fridge, mate.
No.
Not being funny.
Let alone on the currency.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
Exactly.
So,
But I
so
think
what,
the word-
what we're saying here, this
Right,
is
the
a
word
lovely
fuck.
idea. This
Right,
is
the word-
and a great acronym. And
Right. I don't
Our
think.
policy is the more interesting, the more true, is all I'm going to say.
I think it's too silly.
Okay.
I think
So-
it's too silly to
okay.
be interesting.
Wow. Okay.
I think it's too silly. I don't think they had acronyms, and also medieval times language was so different. It was still very much. I mean, it was still like a lot of it was still like English.
you're right. Yeah.
A lot of it was still French.
Yeah.
English
right.
was peasants' language,
Yeah.
and English wasn't anything like how we speak now. It was still very much
Quite right.
sort of the Angles, the Saxons, Dutch, Northern German.
That's right. And then the Normans obviously would have French or
Yeah.
an earlier form of French, which would have been the language of the ruling class.
Yeah.
And it's all gradually got jumbled up.
I would say fuck is.
But I think we've got a split
it's-
jury
it's-
here because I think if it's interesting, it's true. I think it is interesting.
I don't think it is.
You're saying that's not interesting?
No, I see. This is a new problem now that we've got. We didn't consider this because I think it's interesting if I think it's true. But I don't think this is true at all.
Paradox.
It's Inception.
Maybe it's just not grabbed you in the right way
Maybe
for it to
not.
feel interesting to be true.
I just don't think. I think the word "fuck" is either Central European, like your Northern, like you can always trace anything language back to either France, Northern Germany, Denmark, or Scandinavian.
Mhm.
I feel "fuck" might be Scandinavian.
Right.
It might be one of the Vikingers
It sounds quite.
that was
Sort
that
of.
was Danish, but I feel like it was or Norse or. But are we split?
We're
Is
split.
anything I've said just then? Because
No, well, you're saying you're saying it can't be interesting because it's not true.
I know.
But also what we're saying is
yeah.
if it is interesting, it's true. So it is.
But what I just said then,
or is it paradox? Or we're actually just saying that we like things to be true.
But what I just said then, right?
Yeah.
All made up in my head.
Yeah. okay.
Okay.
So even again,
but was that more interesting than what I'm putting to you, Joe?
Yeah.
Is that me talking about Angles and Saxons and stuff? Was that more interesting than the acronym?
There's a level of plausibility that I'm hearing coming out. So plausibility is part of how much it grabs you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Look, I think it's. I don't think it's true. I don't think it's true, and I don't think it's plausible.
But you do think.
Nonetheless, I think it's. I think it's a saucy little acronym, and I feel that it's it's one that I could see myself using.
Do you think they're talking about Elvis as well?
Oh, Elvis. Yeah.
Did Elvis have to be present?
Elvis had to be there as well.
He's just going home, mama.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's...
The king gives his consent, mama. And then he did a little karate chop.
Well, I don't know how long Amy...
Look out!
I don't know how long Amy and her husband have been together, but it does come to a point where you need to, spice things up a little bit. And maybe I'm just saying this could be in the armory.
Yeah.
And maybe it's like, the king doth decree, maybe he's got a little crown on and the robe, nothing else.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is I think this is really a little insight into their sex life.
Do you think the king did?
And I say good luck to them.
Do you think he has a scepter?
He's got a fucking scepter. He's definitely dressed up as a king.
He's got a scepter.
And she's knighted.
He's got like the classic I've mentioned 3 times today already that Blackadder's my sort of...
You know what?
But he's got the robes of state on. Those sort of like fluffy, with the like velvet gown.
Yeah.
But Y fronts.
Yeah.
Just the Y fronts, but nothing else.
Yeah.
With a scepter.
Yeah, that is, I think so. I think that's what he's got.
Have we stumbled into Amy and her husband's little kinky sex game?
I think we have.
Is that what's going on?
Also, we have. And
maybe we should say it's a fact then. If we want to.
Well, that's what I mean. Sort of what I'm saying is I think this is... I think it's important to them.
It's interesting enough for it to be a fact. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying it's true. I think it's fun.
All right.
I think it's fun. I'm going to say I think it's sexy.
I mean,
sorry.
I'm fully erect.
And
just thinking.
Just
thinking about the king.
And I think
thinking about the king's consent. In fact, when I get home tonight and I see Claire, I'm going to go, Do I get the king's consent tonight, baby?
So should be true.
If it's not true, it should be, and that's a fact.
It's true. I was saying it's true.
That's a fact. All right, we're going to say it's a fact, but I don't think it is.
I mean, there's no. Yeah. So we need to go to Lily May now for
the Queen's consent.
Let's go to let's get the Queen's consent.
Yeah.
That's gonna carry on for every episode. Now.
I'm more than happy to be called the Queen. Okay.
What do you say, Mom?
Thank you.
All right.
It's ma'am actually. Ma'am as in jam and not mom as in.
Oh, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have both. That's absolutely fine.
Sorry, ma'am.
Okay. So the word fuck actually comes from Germanic origin. So James, your plausibility was on the right path.
To be fair, if you've got a super basic knowledge of history, that's all like is anything's you could throw up anything. It's like it's Germanic.
Yeah.
But there's a few different languages, German being one of them, that have words that are very similar to fuck that means to breed or to copulate. Mm-hmm. So the German is ficken, Dutch is focken, Swedish is focka, and Norwegian is fucka.
There you go.
So there we go.
All good stuff.
It's a fact, and also I was right.
That's a double win.
Double win.
That's
a double win.
All right. Good night. Thanks, guys.
Leave him wanting more.
Thanks, guys. There you go. Can I? I'm ever so sorry. Can I go for another piss?
You asking for the Queen's consent?
Can I?
No.
Does the Queen give me permission to go to the toilet, and then I'll do my fact straight afterwards?
Perfect. Yeah, that's all good. Absolutely.
Right, Joe, strap yourself in, mate.
Yeah.
And everyone listening.
For what?
Because as per Joe's request that we do facts about names.
Yeah.
It's time for my fact.
Right.
For you, Joe. So I decided to look into the origins of the name Thomas.
Oh.
And it goes way back, mate. It goes so far. How far back do you think it goes?
1,000 years.
Keep going.
1,500.
What if I said to the what if I said this word to you? Aramaic.
Whoa.
Oh no. Yeah, Aramaic.
Yeah. So it was Aramaic.
Yeah, it was Aramaic.
Yeah.
That's far, isn't it?
That is far. Yeah.
Is that the language Jesus spoke?
I'm thinking like Indiana Jones when I hear Aramaic.
Right.
So that's Old Testament.
What's the language that Jesus spoke in Passion of the Christ? He was great in that.
Jesus.
Yeah, he was so good.
He's good
Doesn't
actor.
get enough credit for
I've
that.
never
Good
seen
actor.
it. I've never seen Passion of the Christ.
No, I haven't seen it. Didn't he get the record number of complaints or something? This is just the situation.
Is that right?
Yeah, because they implied that he had sex.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Not on my watch.
No. I think it was Passion of the Christ anyway. But
No, that's the Scorsese film you're thinking of,
is it?
where I think Scorsese did like this sort of De Niro version of Jesus, basically.
Right, okay.
It was like
Yeah.
Goodfellas, but Jesus.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah.
I've not seen it.
Yeah.
But it's
That sounds right.
yeah. But I'm sure just Scorsese did a Jesus film.
Well, I was going to say, I've just looked up Aramaic as the language in
Right.
Passion of the Christ.
Right, there we go.
Aramaic.
So,
And Thomas goes back to that.
Yeah, man.
Because I thought it was a Welsh thing.
Obviously, yeah. That's where I thought it would.
Yeah.
we would end up.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
I thought it was going to be really cut and dry. It was like Welsh.
Wales,
Yeah.
like Cardiff.
Wales, by the way, the word Wales, don't quote me on this.
It's all right. No.
I think means, when we're going back a few thousand years, I think it means
Does it mean something like villains or something?
something like that.
I think it does, yeah.
Or barbaric people, or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right. It is like Varles or something.
Yeah.
I think that is right. Yeah. So basically, yeah. So
can you just
Yeah.
can you just look up for me quickly what the Romans called Wales? Because I think it came from Roman times.
well, I did just look up one second. I'll see what Romans say. So it has no direct Roman meaning, but it says the English name for Wales comes from Old English word. I don't know how you'd say this, but it's Weallas, and it means
Wales.
foreigners.
Foreigners, okay.
No, but that is Roman.
Yeah.
That is Roman.
Yeah.
Because in Roman times, if you were foreign,
yeah,
that was like awful.
Yeah.
That was like the worst thing to do. Like, so they hated like beer.
Right.
They absolutely hated beer. They loved wine because it
Preferred
was so
wine.
refined. And,
Yeah.
and if you drank beer, you were a foreigner.
Foreigner.
But then it flipped because you had like the Germanic tribes and the barbarians or whatever. Like, and
Yeah.
they'd love a beer and they'd love a fucking booze up and a ruck and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, they're very effeminate, which sort of still relates today. Like,
Yes,
if you went to a pub with your mates and you went, oh, I'll have a little Chardonnay or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, my pals would be like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
mate?
Get out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get a pint or get out.
Get out.
Yeah.
Either kiss me or get out. Is what they would say.
Yeah.
Either make love to me right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's still like you go back 2,000 years, and that was still the sort of those preconceptions of like beer drinkers and wine drinkers. But then Romans did start to cotton on and be like, these people are really hard to fight, and they're drinking beer all the time, and maybe we should get into this a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe
So,
we should.
yeah.
Maybe we should toughen up.
They'd got a bit too soft.
Yeah.
In their cities and
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, and all their
in their
order
villas
and
and-
the
yeah.
drainage.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
Yeah.
Whereas we're just in there shitting in our pints and drinking it.
Well, exactly.
But
you
Thomas.
can see how that would play out.
Thomas Aramaic, mate.
Aramaic.
Like Greek, like Aramaic Greek. Toma was transliterated. That's a new word for me. I'll be
Yeah,
honest with you.
transliterated.
Into Greek. Its meaning was twin.
Twin.
The Romans, and then went from Greek to Latin. The Romans adopted it as Thomas, which spread widely through the Christian world. You got biblical references to Thomas. The name became popular due to Saint Thomas the Apostle, one of Jesus' 12 disciples.
Yes. Well, it's. I believe it's doubting Thomas, isn't it?
Doubting
Thomas.
Thomas,
He was the one
yeah,
who was like,
for his skepticism about
Not-
the resurrection.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
doubted him.
yeah, he did.
So you think
Yeah.
that name would have died out with like our
it's-
our crazy Christianity went in Europe?
It's
and
not as
stuff?
bad as Judas, though, is it? It's like he just
My
wasn't.
son's called Jude.
That's all right.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
He's
no,
all
yeah.
right.
No, it's yeah. That's fine.
But the name entered Western Europe through the Latin Bible and became common in many languages: English, French, Spanish, Tomas, Italian, Tommaso, of course.
Yeah.
That's not me being racist, by
No,
the way.
no, it's just that is just the
that is
yeah.
literally
Yeah.
what
No,
it
that's
says. If you put a vowel on the end of a name, you
Yeah.
immediately become Italian.
Yeah.
and then German Thomas. All apart from Spanish and Italian, all with the same spelling. So in essence, Thomas means twin, and its enduring popularity comes largely from its biblical and Christian heritage.
I really did not know that.
And then it goes on to say, would you like me to include how the name's pronunciation or forms changed in different regions over time? I just copied and pasted from ChatGPT.
Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. But well, look, I've
But Thomas,
thank you to ChatGPT and you could twin.
But what's very interesting about your name, Thomas, is that first of all, it has its nowadays. I would think of the Welsh. Like Tom, it feels very Welsh.
It is very Welsh,
but it's also very English as well, because obviously when English people went to fight and stuff like that, they were called Tommies.
Tommies, yes, you're right. Yeah.
So it's sort of like a generic name for an English person.
It is. It's very
or a British person.
It's a very UK name.
Yeah.
It's a very UK name. I told you about I once had
into it. Yeah.
I once had a therapist where I really did tell her about my dreams.
Not the one about the octopus, was it?
No, not the octopus one.
Right, okay.
I know we've done dreams, but I had it and
the philanthropon, yeah, sorry.
And philanthropon, yeah.
That was the word that you made up, right?
I made it up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I made it up in my dream.
Yeah.
I had this really nice therapist who she literally did work with dreams. Like it was, I really would lie down and tell her about my dreams. And she was Italian.
Mm.
And I was being completely honest about all my dreams, because you have to be totally honest. But and all my dreams, they just kept being set in like sort of like pasta restaurants. And I had to tell her. And she was like, it's funny. I think the Italian thing is it got in your head a little bit. I think it's bothering you. I was like, it's not bothering me. That's fine. I just have to tell you the truth.
No, but because you are so neurotic.
But she was just, but I was just like, I think it was.
No, she's nailed you, man. She was right. Absolutely, like
she was like, it's got in your head. Yeah. I was like, I know, but it's not my fault. I'm not. This isn't me. This is my dream.
You are so neurotic that someone like a therapist has to be Italian, and then suddenly you're thrown. You're just.
It was so bad, but then every week I come in, and I'd be like, and I'd have it all written in my phone. I'd be like, so I'm gonna have to tell about another fucking pizzeria.
Pasta again.
It's like I'm really sorry. I'm not meaning.
So anyway,
I'm not reducing Italian culture to Italian food either. I'm just. It just kept happening, and it was really embarrassing. We couldn't get past it. She was just like, I think it's a god in your head. It's obviously worrying you a bit. I was like, it's not worrying. I was like, no, it's not. But it must have been. Yeah. It was awful.
And it definitely was. I know exactly what you're like.
But it wasn't. I don't believe it was a malign prejudice.
No,
it was
absolutely not.
I believe it was, if anything, perhaps a benign reductionism. Perhaps
of all the people I know in my life, I know that you only ever come from a good place. You are pure and honest.
Yeah,
and you're honest in your flaws as well. And I know for a fact that you met this therapist and went, "Oh, Italian," and then that thought went insane. It just was in your dreams.
It took over everything.
Yeah. Even though I said a lot about your name there that was boring, I genuinely thought the most interesting in your name. It goes back to Aramaic.
That is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
That's well old. Super old.
It's really old, and it genuinely news to me. So thank you for that fact.
Almost as old as you. Right. Joe, we should wrap up before it gets any weirder, because we've got another episode to record straight after this, which is going to be stay tuned for next episode.
I mean, fucking hell.
Because I've got another beer.
I felt like this one. There are bits where I was like, what the fuck are we doing
next
here?
episode, I am just going to be drunk. I am all fact out, Joe.
I'm fact
right. What have we learned today?
out.
We have learned that. What was your name? What was your name? Fact.
That Madanusa is a name in Peru.
Yeah, made in USA.
It means made in USA.
Absolutely brilliant. We've learnt that fornication under consent of the king is what we're saying is where the word fuck comes from. And we've also learnt that the name Thomas is so old that Jesus. He had a disciple, didn't he, called Thomas? I feel like an idiot now. Of course it was.
Yeah, now you say it. But I wondered whether it...
He had a mate called Thomas. Jesus. He was like...
I assumed that they changed it when they brought out the King James Bible.
That's it, yeah.
That they changed it from an older name and they were like...
A lot of stuff gets translated, doesn't it?
They do. I assumed it was like when they did the new Bible, it was like when they do like an American remake of something. And they're like, well, change the names and set it in downtown Manhattan.
Its original form, if you're interested, Joe, is T... What's that thing?
Tioma.
Tioma. Yeah.
As in like O'Doherty or...
Yeah.
Tomma.
Tioma.
Tioma.
So there you go. We've learnt that Thomas is Aramaic. We do hope that you've learnt something as well. I mean, good luck. But we'll be back next week armed with more facts, chats, and sweary twats. And don't forget that you can get in touch with us if you'd like us to fact check something.
I feel like this is the worst one we've done.
Yeah. And I don't know what you wanted from me.
No, I know. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Don't forget that you can get in touch with us if you'd like us to fact check something that feels true for you, or whatever nonsense. Any message that you want to get to us. It doesn't have to be a fact check thing, by the way. If you want to get us a message, if you've got something where you're like, give these two idiots
just something to fill up the fucking show. Like, honestly, because there are bits in that where I was like, I can't think of anything to say. I literally can't think of anything to say.
If you've got something,
we're going to do another one. We're going to do another one now.
I'd like to get see what two idiots would say about this. Then message us. Our email is hello@joeandjamespod.com. Our WhatsApp is 08. Our WhatsApp is 07. 822-034-330, and our socials on TikTok and all that sort of stuff is Joe and James Pod, at Joe and James Pod, I should say. Can we get rid of the at? Fucking, what's the point of the at? maybe that's a fact for. Do you know what? I did watch a fucking YouTube documentary. I've forgotten it now, but I watched the thing of the origins of the at.
Wow.
I think it's Latin, at Turner. Anyway,
it is interesting.
That's another episode. Guys, thank you for listening. We love you. We're sorry.
Thank you. Sorry.
That's an episode. Goodbye.
Bye.
All the best.
Bye.
Joe and James Fact Up.